Food has this amazing ability to bring us together. Not just physically, that is, but it also lets us relive old memories. Sharing a meal with good friends or family honestly gives us some of the happiest moments we could have. And that's really what Sweetness and Lightning is all about. It's one of those slice of life stories that really punches you straight in the feels, you know? You feel it. Kohei is trying to do his best to provide for his daughter after the recent passing of his wife. But due to his limited cooking ability and the way that Japanese society works, where mainly the woman in the house will do most of the cooking, he generally resorts to pre-made convenience store meals. He happens to strike up a friendship with one of his students whose family by chance owns an unused restaurant. So the trio gets together and learns to make some really delicious meals. In the story Our Family's At-Home Curry, the group gets together to make a curry based on Tsumi's mother's recipe, which of course she hasn't been able to have since her mother's passing. It's really good in the manga. At the end of each chapter, they've got a full-page recipe. I quite like this because it gives you something tangible you can follow along with, that if you saw something you like, you can make it yourself. In a recipe like this, mise en place is very important. I find it easiest to measure and cut everything before I start cooking, because there are a lot of ingredients in this recipe. We'll start off by dissolving 1 bouillon cube in 1 1/4 cups of boiling water. Now all the veggies get cut up into little cubes. Now we need to grate half an apple on the finger destroyer. But luckily today, he drew no blood. Now everything's been portioned out, we're ready to cook. In vegetable oil, fry off the garlic and ginger until they become fragrant. Then add in the onion. Fry that until it becomes clear. At this point, add in the carrot, celery and eggplant, giving them each some time to cook on their own. I'm cooking the ground pork separately as I like to get it nice and brown. But at this point I'll add it in along with the curry powder, salt and half a can of chopped tomatoes. Once everything comes to the boil, add in the grated apple, the raisins and the green capsicum. The broth that we made earlier from the bouillon cube, I'm going to use that liquid to deglaze the pan that we cook the pork in. Don't want to waste any flavour here. Then we add that all in with the rest of the curry. Now we need to cook the curry down so it gets to that dry consistency from its name. This will take about 10 minutes. A dry curry like this is intended for the whole family. So at this point, if there's anyone that can't handle their spice, you can remove a portion for them, but if everyone's on board, add in the garam masala to your preferred level of spiciness. It's not till after the meal that Tsumi realises that she's had her mother's curry, but it wasn't made by her mother, that she's not going to be coming back. Realising this, Kohei tries to comfort her. He offers not to make the dish again, not to make her have to relive another bad memory. But to Tsumi, this would be as if she was trying to forget her mother entirely. So she asks her father to continue making this dish so that she can keep on having those good memories of her mother. I haven't had a curry like this myself in the past, but I absolutely loved it. It's just so rich and full of flavour. Every now and again you get a little raisin in your mouth, and it gives you this unexpected burst of sweetness. I think I'm going to have to add this one to my dinner rotation.